All right, guys. Technical difficulties solved. Just wanted me to reboot. So, welcome to our team call. It is January 24th already. How is it already the end of January? Time flies when you're having fun, I suppose. I just kind of wanted to go over some basic things, especially for some of you new guys, that are pretty important for our business, and it's important for those of us who have been involved for quite some time to review this momentarily as well, because they are kind of the basics of our business and what makes up our paychecks and what makes this a long and lasting and stable business. And you know, I've kind of been teasing with a lot of you guys who have a lot of questions that, you know, some of these little details are not important at the get-go, but I think it's kind of cool to help you guys build a picture of how in the world could something like this really be financially structured to support your entire family. So if you wanted to quit your day job, or you were a mom that didn't want to go back to work or whatever, what would that look like and where would that money come from? And so feel free to interject. I mean, I always want these calls. I mean, even if there are babies in the background, you guys know I listen to babies all day long. It's fine. But if you have questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and participate, just so we can get things covered. But one of the things I wanted to go over, since we're getting towards the end of the month, is first off, what the heck is Qualifiers Day? And I know we kind of talked a little bit about this, but maybe not very clearly. So I want to make sure that you guys have a lot of clarity around the tools that you have in order to solidify your promotion, seeing how just about every single person on this call is either just completed a promotion or have like one little strand left in order to complete it. So Qualifiers Day is usually the first business day of every single month. So this month, Qualifiers Day lands on, sorry, it's this, yeah. So it's the 1st of February, but sometimes it would land on a different day than the 1st. So if you were to flip your calendar to something like April of 2017, the first business day of the month actually lands on the 3rd. Okay, so it is that first business day of the month where we have one extra opportunity in order to solidify our promotions. So Mallory, I'm just going to use you as an example, and I'm making up dates. So I've already messaged you what date you need to have your stuff done by and everything. But let's just say you were trying to rock it out by the end of the month, and let's say you had till February 6th in order to get it done, but you were trying to wrap it up this month so that you, moving forward, would have all of the commissions of your promotion in the next month. So it's always beneficial to try and wrap up any promotions you have going on this current month, because if you promoted, let's say, on February 2nd, you would not get that commission until the next month, okay? And so when we're looking at the orders that we put in, let's say DD to VF, that's where a lot of you guys are, it makes the difference between $100 per order to $130 per order. So that's $30 extra on every single order in the month of February that you would not be taking advantage of. Does that make sense to everybody? So if we solidified it, and let's say you added a distributor on the 1st of February, we still would want that to count to January's business month. So we could call in and say, hey, can we backdate their order and backdate my distributor in order to count for January business month? And they would say, yes, absolutely. So it's kind of a cheat day, I guess, is what I'm telling you guys. You have one extra day to solidify your promotions usually. Now, that does it gets a little confusing because the dates that I've texted you, you still have to do it within a 60-day window. So really 61-day window if that last day you're going to utilize is Qualifiers Day. Is there any confusion around that, or is there clarity? Like, give me a thumbs up, or how about you raise your hand if you're not on the screen so I know that you understand what I'm saying. All right, cool. We got it. Awesome. All right, so the next thing I want to go over is what a qualified business looks like And what kind of override does that give us in our business? So as you guys all promote to the virtual franchise level, you all have an opportunity to the next month following your promotion. So Renee, you're a great example for this because you solidified your promotion last week. So this upcoming month in February, you have an opportunity to qualify your business. And what that does is it makes you eligible to receive extra bonus money, an extra override over anything that's going on in your business. So since you have Jacelyn Marie underneath you, it gives you an extra little piece of money for every single thing she puts in the computer. So it gives you a little tiny extra override. And if you talk to some of the top most successful people in our company, that little tiny extra override is the biggest part of their paycheck. So it sounds absurd at this beginning level, but it's definitely something we want to teach right off the bat because it's something that makes up a foundation of our company. And what qualifying your business is just making sure that you have a really solid customer base. So on the orders that we're placing in the computer, roughly it's about 10 customers on a regular basis continually ordering Juice Plus over and over and over and over again. Okay? Now, if I was talking to Jacelyn Marie about this today, you know, one of the reasons why we do this program is because it makes your business really easy to qualify, okay? Because 10 people, you shouldn't have any trouble, especially if you're looking at this business as a career, getting 10 people to love Juice Plus, especially if you guys love it, okay? But if, let's say that we were just selling capsules and we weren't doing the complete, and we were just gonna sell product and not necessarily the program, Kaylee and Ken, you can help me out with numbers, but I think it's something like 42 orders. Is that correct? Something crazy like that. 40 orders? Okay. So 40 orders to qualify your business if you were just selling something like capsules. Okay. So you can, I mean, I would rather have 10 orders. I mean, I want 40 orders for sure, but I want 40 orders of the program, right? Ken heard me correct myself. I'm glad somebody got it. Right? Of course, the more customers you have, the more solid your paycheck's going to be. But we earn money two ways in this business, okay? Well, a lot more than two ways, but two primary ways. The first way is by keeping that solid, happy customer base. And the second way is by adding team members. So we make money off of helping other people be successful. How cool is that? And by helping people get healthy, okay? No downside to either one, okay? What your business really should truly look like is, you know, you add those 10 customers, I would add a distributor. Add 10 more customers, add a distributor. But you continually want this customer base growing, but you want to make sure you're teaching that too so that you're being duplicatable, right? So you don't just want to build this huge empire of customers and no distributors because your business becomes lopsided. So if you're growing steadily in both fields, it definitely helps stabilize your paycheck so that you know what's coming in each month. To give you guys an idea, and I know that there's a graphic somewhere, and Ken, you are just usually my resource man. I'm just going to call in my IT guy. If we have a good picture of club levels, I think we at one point posted that in the mix page. I don't know if you happen to have it handy. I was trying to Google it, couldn't find it. But what this looks like with club levels is roughly, this is a rough estimate of how you can come up with your paycheck. Okay, it's about $250 per qualified business you have underneath you. So if you qualify your business, roughly your paycheck shouldn't be any less than $250 per month. Okay, that's with that rough 10 customers. Okay, and that should be on a solid basis every single month without fail. You can expect $250 coming in. Okay, so this is just a general rule of thumb. So if you, so Renee, we were talking about getting you to sales coordinator. You roughly want 3 virtual franchisees underneath you. Let's say all 3 of them qualified their business. What that looks like is $250. $250 not only for you because your business is qualified, but also $250 for each of those 3 people who are qualifying their businesses underneath you. So it's roughly about $1,000 every month that would be coming in if you were a 3 club. Okay, and again, that's no more than 10 customers. So that's assuming you have 10 customers, and so do your 3 virtual franchisees have 10 customers. So you technically have 40 customers, and really you worked hard to get 10 of them. So you start to see the power of duplication here in this business. And if you teach that one more generation deep, right, you're going to teach those 3 virtual franchisees to go get 3 to move on to their next level. That would make you a 12 club, right? I'm doing my math correct, I hope. Roughly make you a 12 club. And that's roughly NMD status, okay? So that's roughly a 6-figure income and the benefits package and everything else like that. So when you start looking, I know this business can get really complicated, but look at the simplistic side of it. You need 10 customers and you need to teach people to get 10 customers, right? And if you're teaching every single one of those team members to qualify their business and get 10 customers, it's just going to build your income up more and more and more. And that's something that really the Aussies do really well and why their businesses are so simplistic. I had a really amazing conversation with Adam Westwick and his wife this week, and they are just like living the dream. They like dropped their, I don't know if any of you guys follow them on Facebook, but you should. Even if they don't friend you because they're like famous in the Juice Plus world at the moment, but follow them. It's just so cool how they are so humbly grateful for the situation that they're in. And, you know, they say they share their success with other people, not to like rub it in their face or brag that they're in any way in a better position than other people, but they share their experience because they want to help other people achieve exactly what they have. So they did a really amazing live video that just kind of is a testament to kind of everything every human being on the planet wants. Their 2 little girls are both now in school, and so they dropped their girls off at school together. They went and grabbed coffee. I think she went and got her hair highlighted or something. They did a little bit of Juice Plus work in the afternoon. They were going to go pick up the girls together in the afternoon. And I mean, it's just, they have the time freedom, and they've built that by building up their finances through these club levels in this company. So, I mean, they're 100 club plus. So to give you an idea, we had said roughly $250 for each club level. If there are 100 clubs, you would multiply $250 times 100. $250,000 a year. It's pretty legit, right? So, I mean, I don't think anybody on this call would mind getting a check for that. But very simplistic. So what questions do you have based around this? And, oh, I was turning my phone on silent. That's funny. Okay, we'll show you, Ken found a graphic, of course. My IT guy. Oh no, Kaylee found it. Good work. IT lady Kaylee. Okay, cool. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. If I can figure out how to do it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's like a weird.
It was from my phone, so it might be a little funky.
Can you guys see that? Maybe? Can you guys see it? Yeah, kind of. Okay, so what it says here is that, so a 3 club here is roughly $1,250. So my math was just a little bit off. 12 club, you're making, sorry, about $40,000 a year. 39 club is the 6 figures. I apologize. So it's kind of interesting to see like your annual versus your monthly income. So kind of helps us lay out our goals a little bit. Okay, so if you're thinking you want to roughly make $2,000 a month with this, you roughly need to get five, I would say about five, a five club. Okay, and like I said, as soon as you guys all promote to virtual franchisee, you have an opportunity to qualify your business and to teach your team members to do the same. So this is our compensation plan, and this is also a great thing to do, to go through too, and that's what we'll move on to next, because it shows you, you know, as you're stepping up in the promotion ladder here, how many different ways you can earn money. All right. So right here as distributor, when you first sign your application, you really are only making retail sales profit. You step up to direct distributor after you earn your $100 bonus. Now you're earning commission and retail sales profit. Okay, same thing again. You step up again, you're going to earn a 5% performance bonus. That little 5% is what we're calling qualifying your business. Okay. And then you earn commission, and then you earn retail sales profit. So you guys are all pretty well lined up to earn three ways. Now, Ken and Kaylee are already up at sales coordinator level, okay? So they earn it four different ways. Do you see how the more you promote up, the more chances you have to make money? So it's kind of cool, and that was a huge incentive for me promoting. I'm like, if I'm going to do the same thing, I want to get paid the most that I possibly can if I'm going to spend the same amount of effort doing something, right? That just made total sense to me. And one other important thing to mention that this graphic doesn't show is each time you promote, these three with the little asterisk by it, you get bonuses, and you also make bonuses by helping your team member promote. Okay, so Mallory, I'm going to use you as an example. You're my team member, okay? You're getting really close to promoting to virtual franchise, and I might be annoying you by telling me to put you to work, or vice versa, that you should put me to work, right? But I get paid off of your promotion. So you get the $250 bonus, but so do I. So that's why I'm telling you guys to use me, because the company is paying me to help you, right? Same thing, Renee, you and I had that conversation today as well, right? Hey, if you have a question, make sure you're reaching out to me because the company's paying me to help you, okay? And the same thing will happen as you're building your team member up. So Renee, when you help Jason Marie promote, you're gonna get paid for helping her, right? So it's just really cool to see the way this company is set up, because we get paid to support each other. Like, what company is set up like that, right? Besides Focus, of course. I can hear it, and I can hear Mallory's head, right? But it's just one of the things that really compelled me to dive into this business, because we get paid to work together and support each other and motivate each other. And it's one of my favorite qualities of this business. Also, when you promote to virtual franchise, and I don't know if I've shared this with you guys get a free ticket to come to conference. Okay, so all you have to do is fly yourself there, and you have a free ticket to attend conference. And conference is where you're going to learn a lot of tools in order to do this business. Okay, so when I first went to my first conference, I was telling Jason and Marie this today, that I started probably going to conference right about where you guys are at, just barely had hit VF. I got my free ticket, so I decided, hey, why not go? I was making roughly about $200, right, from what I had done so far. Came back, and I turned that $200 paycheck into $2,000, and then changed the $2,000 paycheck into $4,000 from all of the tools that I learned at conference. So it's no different than if we were going to college to become a nurse or something like that, right? We have to get educated behind what we're doing in order to be successful at it. No different than starting a new job. You would have some sort of training you would go through to better you. So the more time you can invest in your education level as far as this company goes, the more successful you're going to be. So I know that it's on my calendar, on Kaylee's calendar, on Ken's calendar to get to Anaheim. It's never something that we skip usually. I was talking with Kaylee about it this morning, and you know, we were talking about all the food allergies and everything I'm having. What am I going to do? And we decided I'm going to get a hotel with a kitchen so I can cook for myself, right? So I'm still going. It's not going to deter me from going, but we're going no matter what, because conference is the base of your business, and it is the funnest experience you will ever have. Whether you get anything to propel your business or not, you will. But I mean, we have people, you guys know who I'm talking about, who've been around a while, they go to conference just for the fun of it. Okay? I mean, they just come because it's such a fun, wonderful environment. So with that being said, Kaylee, Ken, do you have anything to share about conference and your experience? Maybe the first time you went to conference, what did it do for you?
I'll go, I guess. So I went to conference in October 2 years ago to Nashville, and it was amazing. Just the environment, the people. I walked around and I was just amazed by everyone. Is just their power, like they just radiate this energy that is just electric, and you just can't help but smile. And it's just amazing where all these people come from different backgrounds, and it was just so inspiring to be around everybody, and everyone is so nice. And you just learn a lot of good tools, and it really opened up my eyes to the big picture of what this actually can do for me and my family. Before it was just like, oh, okay, I get it, I like it, but I didn't understand until I went to conference how big this is.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
So I think conference puts everything together. I'll be honest with you. I thought there was going to be a table of Kool-Aid. We walked in the conference and everybody's going to drink Kool-Aid and sing Kumbaya. But it is way more than that. It is a family. It's a loving, like-minded community of nothing but positive people that you can call on anybody and they will help you at any time with anything you have going on, with any one of your customers, any one of your friends. Even if you need a place to stay to go to an event, you can put it on one of the chat rooms and you'll find a bed or a couch somewhere in the world to stay to go to a conference or event. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, and I think one of the best things that I got out of my first conference was just verbiage. You know, Renee, you and I were talking about that today. Like, what do you say when somebody says their doctor won't clear them for being on Juice Plus? You know? And, you know, our job is not to combat their doctor, but our job is to provide them with the research that is done by our doctors to show to their doctor, right? And to let them know that it's fruits and vegetables. Like a good doctor would never advise you against eating fruits and vegetables, would they? So that does become a little bit of our customer care. When we sign people up for Juice Plus, one of the reasons why they stay on Juice Plus forever, for life, which also helps build your income and your financial freedom for you and your family, is because we try to educate them so much on what Juice Plus is and how powerful Juice Plus is. And I think, Ken, you know, you have done an amazing job, an incredible job. Like, I want to divvy out the work of that 10-day shred, but your posts, I don't know that any of us could top them, because they're just so motivational and so encouraging, and you do a really nice job of mixing like fact with motivation, and it's just a perfect combination. But what Ken does so well, and why he has such a high customer retention rate, is he educates people really nicely. And we have a wonderful opportunity this weekend, actually. If it's not on your calendar, even if you're not bringing anybody, it will help educate you. This Saturday at 9 o'clock, Dr. Valerie Miles is coming to our regional event. And it's free for you guys. If you've never been to an event before, you don't even have to pay. Your guests don't have to pay. This would be a perfect event to like bring James to, Mallory, because it's not just us talking, but it's doctors. Okay. And I will be talking as well up there. So he'll see that, you know, he got to have coffee with me before he knew I was famous, you know? So anyway, but it's just an incredible opportunity to have a little tiny piece of what conference offers. The energy in the room is incredible, even though it's more like 200 people. It's not 8,000. Obviously, the energy is a bit different, but it just is an opportunity to say, hey, come with me, whatever excuse you want to use. Hey, I have to go to this thing. I don't want to go by myself. Will you please? I'll buy you lunch after. Hey, that's how I got dragged to my first event. Serious. Okay. She offered me free lunch and I went and I joined and the rest is history. Okay. So whatever you have to do, bring your kids. It doesn't matter. There's a million Juice Plus babies at all these events. It's fine. There's like a whole row of moms in the back with their babies. So if you can come, and if nothing else, come for yourself if you're unable to invite anybody. But the idea behind these events is people will be asking to sign up for the business and to sign up for the product if they're not already on it from coming to the event. So all you have to do is invite, and the rest is history, right? So again, it is this Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. I think it goes till 1, something like that. I posted it in our Team Mix chat after last Zoom call last week. And definitely something to utilize if you are here in town. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions about any of the ins and outs of our business? I'm just going to leave it open for the next couple minutes for questions. And if you have any question about solidifying your promotion, where we find things, I'm leaving the floor open. And like I said, if you got a baby in the background, don't hesitate to ask anyway. Did anybody watch The Secret? Of course. Doesn't surprise me. Hey, I got my book. And then Travis stole it from me, so I haven't read it yet.
He stole it from you?
He took it to the firehouse.
No, he can't. You have to get it back.
I don't know where it is. He stole it from me.
But it's not like a book read. It's like a day-by-day read.
Oh.
So you have to get it back from him.
That means he hasn't even started it because he would have told me that.
Right. So you have to get it back from him and then read it and start it.
Okay, I will tell him. Well, if you haven't watched, go ahead, Mallory.
Did I watch some of it?
Some of it.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. It was, yeah, I didn't get to watch all of it, but it was, it's really similar to some other stuff that I know of, just like a little different. So,
yeah. Very cool. I think mindset is very much key in this business and in life, and goal setting is a huge thing as well. So what I'm going to ask everybody to do for your homework this week is, A, if you haven't watched The Secret, watch it. But B, come with your 2017 goals to next week's call. I'm hoping to have a special guest. Not going to say who it is, but she is one of my mentors in this business, and she just blows my socks off every single time I hear her talk. She has been featured as one of the top network women marketers, and she is just so motivational. So I'm going to try and get her on our call next week. But if you have some goals in mind, she can definitely help with those. So I want everybody to jot down, what are your goals? And particularly business goals, what are your Juice Plus goals for 2017? And usually what we do there is, let's say your goals for 2017 is you want to hit NMD. Cool. So what does that look like on a month-by-month basis? What do we have to achieve in order to hit this big goal, right? And then we even break that down even more. So if on a month-by-month basis we do this, then my computer is pretty much telling me it's going to boot me off here in a second because it's going to restart. But anyway, we'll end this up. But on a month-by-month basis, what does that look like? What does that look like on a week-by-week basis? And what does that look like on a day-by-day basis in order to achieve the goals that you want to? So then that way you have a realistic expectation of yourself and of your business, and is it doable for you, right? So it's really important in any goal in life. When somebody's asking me about a workout, right? And in 6 months, they want to drop 50 pounds and 10% body fat. Is that realistic? Well, it depends on how much effort they're putting in. How many days a week are they working out, right? So that attributes to the same thing in this business. How many days a week are you working, and how many hours are you investing into this business? Because very often in this business, people treat it like a hobby. And if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby would, right? But once you start treating it like a business, guess what? They'll start paying you like a business would. So to be very intentional with your time that you put into it and everything else, that's something we'll go over next week. But definitely come armed with your 2017 goals. And if you need help breaking it down into the months and the weeks, that's definitely something that I will help you with. All right?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know you're about to restart. My sister-in-law has been like doing a little bit of like, she's like pretty interested in like some of the different stuff. She was the one that was asking about Shackley.
Oh yeah.
We aren't going to be here this weekend. And I'm assuming there's probably no live thing I can like log into to see any speakers.
Is she going to be here?
She will be here. And it would probably like, I'm going to tell her about it. So could I hook you guys up if she can go?
Why don't you say, I've got a friend that's going to pick you up.
Yeah.
She'll drive.
Yeah, we've already talked about her meeting you. You're just going to meet all my friends.
Perfect.
But she's much more open.
Well, and we usually carpool anyway. I would imagine I'd be going with her anyway. So, yeah, we'll pick her up. You're frozen. Uh-oh.
Okay. So, and you said it's 9 to 1.
I'm going to post it again in
noon. It's 9 to noon.
9 to noon. Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, great.
Good question. Yeah, send them. So, Renee, I know that you're out of town, but your people are in town. If your mom wants to come, if anybody you know in Colorado wants to come, send them the invite. It's free. Okay. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, thanks for taking some time out of your day to invest in your business. These calls are important because it just helps us keep our business in perspective and to continue to treat our business like a business and get some questions answered. So I hope that provides some clarity around kind of the structure of our business and why it is laid out so nicely and kind of where your paycheck comes from. And if you guys have any questions in the following days about that, feel free to ask them. But with that being said, have a lovely evening and see you all on Saturday, hopefully. All right, bye.